Now, we all remember how over the past couple of years that we had to go through things like being locked in our homes, told where and when we could go places like children, and slash or being ostracized, blacklisted, slandered, etc. for thinking even slightly different than the corrupt government and their buddies in the mainstream media, right? Also, not to forget the fact of the matter that we were banned on socials for speaking our minds, even though it really harmed nobody, right? Well, if you do, then you're probably aware of the many different violations of our basic human slash constitutional rights that the government, legacy media, and social media companies slash conglomerates have done and still are doing today. Now, if you don't and probably still trust these pathological liars controlling these big conglomerate companies and the government, well, you probably have a serious degradation kink, plus, like getting slapped around in the bedroom quite a bit, not to mention being told what to do most of the time as well, too. All joking aside, though, if you're not aware just exactly how much you have been lied to over the past couple of years by the US government, well, then you might be a little surprised by this.
Details on the origins of the coronavirus suggest that the virus escaped from a Chinese lab in Wuhan.
FBI Director Christopher Wray told Brett Baer the Bureau's theory about COVID's origin back on February 28th.
The FBI has for quite some time now assessed that the origins of the pandemic are most likely a potential lab incident in Wuhan.
Yet the White House chief medical advisor during the pandemic has offered other explanations.
Totally consistent with a jump of a species from an animal to a human.
We have an open mind, but it looks very, very much like this was natural.
We have been discussing this topic for quite some time here on this channel over the course of the past couple of years, ever since it started in 2019. Now, if you've had a fairly open mind about this whole scenario, you feel me, hearing something like that last clip there doesn't exactly come as a whole surprise to you, or a really big one. And the only way it's going to is if you just believed everything that was shoved down your fucking throat by a corrupt government, which doesn't really give a shit about its people, and, its buddies in the pharmaceutical industry, big tech, etc. People that profited quite well from this stuff, you feel me? And or you're just extremely gullible and want to believe in the government, as arguably you should be able to, Now, you have to take that with a decent grain of salt, regardless of where you stand. If the FBI has even admitted in the past couple of years that this virus was likely to have come from a lab incident.
Allegedly.
And the first few people to catch this luxurious strain of corona that started it all were actually people that worked in a level 4 biosafety lab over in China. But before we go on and get more into this, though, cue intro. Chinese scientists Ben Hu, Ping Yu, and Yan Zhu were the first humans to contract COVID-19. It's a little ironic that these people's names kind of rhyme like a nursery rhyme, in all honesty. But these were the first people to contract COVID-19. And they were where, Xian? Right at the good old safe and reliable Wuhan Institute of Virology in China. You guys know what else the government and Lord Fauci have been hiding from us? The fact of the matter that if you don't hit that like button or destroy the shit out of that subscribe button right now, they're going to put you in jail and you can't get out after that. You're going to have to serve a hard 50 years if you don't do that. All joking aside though, my dudes, I really do appreciate you guys for being here very much. It means a lot to me, and it also helps, you know, whenever you guys do that stuff, to get this information out to even more people, completely raw and uncensored, completely unbiased with all this stuff. We just look at the facts and present them as is, you feel me? I might be anti-government, but that's strictly this particular government. I do give just and due credit where it is deserved, though, you feel me? So whenever you guys do share this, it really helps our channel grow and, you know, become even larger of a threat to the shitty, corrupt governments and systems of the world that we have, so that way, you know, we can make things better, and we'll be one step closer whenever we do that stuff. And the more bigger of a threat people like me or other content creators that are, you know, independent media become. But with that being said, though, my dudes, thank you again, and let's go and hop right back on into the video. Now, if those workers whom worked at the Wuhan Institute of Virology were the first to get COVID, plus the FBI director said that this just wonderful little bugger was more likely to have come from a lab incident, then why are people like Dr. Anthony Fauci plus mainstream media pushing the pedal on the whole natural origins theory? Could it be that it has something to do with money?
Hello, I like money.
Let's take a look at all the money Fauci made during those initial years of the pandemic here real quick. So, according to CBSAustin.com, at the end of 2021, Fauci's net worth approached $12.6 million, which was up from $7.6 million. So it was a sharp $5 million increase in their household net worth during the pandemic. And then if we look at Newsweek here as well, it says that Anthony Fauci's net worth shot up over $11 million after the COVID-19 pandemic. Oh, and don't worry about your taxpayer dollars. Lord Fauci made sure that our money went to perfectly legal and nothing illegal at all.
Senator Roger Marshall says these latest revelations make China and Fauci look bad.
The Nonpartisan Government Accountability Office is out with a new report which found that U.S. taxpayer dollars flowed to Chinese entities, including the Wuhan lab, ahead of the COVID-19 outbreak.
U.S. taxpayers supported research in 3 Chinese labs that included risky gain-of-function experiments with coronaviruses at the Wuhan Institute of Virology, a new government report found Wednesday. The National Institutes of Health, NIH, and U.S. Agency for International Development, USAID, provided $2,168,345 in grant funding to the Chinese research institutions between 2014 and 2021. The report shows $1,413,720 in sub-grants allocated by the Manhattan-based EcoHealth Alliance went to the Wuhan Institute of Virology, where hazardous research was conducted on bat coronaviruses.
Fox News Chief Washington correspondent Mike Emanuel tonight with the new report and the findings on who were the first to be infected.
Not only did we confirm that the virus came from the Wuhan Institute of Virology in China.
Dr. Robert Redfield was CDC director during the pandemic.
I'm very disappointed in how he's responded to this. Largely, I think it's grounded in his advocacy for gain-of-function research.
Oh, we would never do that. That there sounds like conspiracy theories. Those people are conspiracy theorists. Today, the GAO confirmed that the U.S. taxpayer dollars awarded from the National Institutes of Health and USAID were ultimately used for research by entities in China, including the Wuhan Institute of Virology, which was known to be doing coronavirus research, said House Permanent Select Committee on Intelligence Chairman Mike Turner. Well, you see, my wife's in the hospital right now, and she really needs me right now, so I'll catch you guys later. We have long argued that the American people deserve the truth about COVID-19's origin and continue to take concrete actions to declassifying intelligence related to the pandemic. The funding figure may not reflect the full amount, since subawards of fewer than $30,000 don't need to be reported in government records. Oh, that's just wonderful, isn't it? So they don't even have to report on any of our taxpayer dollars that they use if it's under $30,000, which is really messed up, isn't it? You feel me? Considering the fact of the matter that it's our money that they take out of our checks all the time. It's just teensy bit fucked up, isn't it? I don't know. Definitely makes you want to think, though, either way. And I don't know. It doesn't really warrant any trust, considering the fact of the matter that Fauci has said over and over again in court that he did not fund gain-of-function research, or the NIH did not, despite what we just read. It's a little hard to warrant trust when he does shit like that under oath, isn't it? That's enough about what I think. What do you guys think? Tribe members, new viewers, etc. Let us know in the comments section down below. I'd love to hear what your guys' thoughts and opinions are on this stuff. Do you think that we can trust the government when they do shit like this and then lie about it in court, and or just, you know, bury it underneath a buttload of other things so we just never find out about it? As usual, my dudes, if you guys did make it to this point of the video, go and leave the word corruption in the comment section down below to let me know that you made it to the end and that you guys are part of the 1,000,000% tribe. And then also, please, you know, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. It really does mean a lot whenever you guys do this. Not to mention, you know, it helps this information get out to even more people out there. Let them know it's okay to question these systems we live in, and that they are not crazy for doing so. Not to mention, you know, just getting the truth out to them completely raw and uncensored. You feel me? That is the biggest upside of this stuff whenever you guys do it. So share it with friends and family and stuff like that you guys want to know the truth, or that you think would be able to appreciate it. You feel me? But nonetheless, though, my dudes, thank you as usual. I do appreciate you guys, and I appreciate all 142 now badass motherfuckers of the C Tribe. I do hope that you guys all had a great holiday season for those of you that, you know, are done celebrating that. But if you guys would like a more interactive experience with us, come join us live every Wednesday and Friday from 8:30 to 10:30 p.m. Central Time over on our streams here on YouTube or over on Twitch, where we play games like Pokemon Unite, Fortnite, Apex Legends, etc. Whatever floats the mood, you feel me? We do quite a few cool things on there. You know, we will do things like bust jokes on the corrupt government, talk about conspiracies like we do on here with factual basis. Also, you know, talk about survival stuff occasionally too, and then just vibe out mainly and have a good time, you know, drop some jokes, drop some dark humor memes, buttload of good things. And, you know, the more the merrier, so feel free to join us. We'd always love to have more people in there. But until next time, though, my dudes, please don't forget to live long and prosper, take care and peace, keep it 1,000,000% real, and as always, fuck the system. I'll see you on the flip side. Yo!
People of this country, and we're under attack. They banning us, they cancel us for speaking the facts. If you man enough, come stand with us, take USA back. And every time we pull up, all you're gonna see is America.